Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. So I just finished my dinner, and with dinner I always have a little bit of wine. Uh, but I think I had maybe a little bit more than a little tonight. So I've had about this much wine, in a glass, of course. And then I see this, a thank you to Larry Graves. That's me. And I even left a comment here, as you'll see. I watched about the first 3 minutes. You aren't supposed to laugh when you say Canadian Studmuffin. I got through the first 3 minutes and decided to do a reaction video to this, as it sounds like it might make for a funny reaction, hopefully. So expect the reaction sometime tomorrow. Thank you, Jeff. Although I don't know what he says in the final 5 minutes or so. But I've known Jeff I don't know how many years, but I followed his channel, and it's good to see him back. He took about a year off, due to some health issues. I have health issues too. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it. But let's see what Jeff has to say about me. It better be good. And I apologize for being in a robe, but at least I'm wearing a robe.
Hey everybody, one of the reasons I came back to YouTube here is so that I could express my thanks to various artists and all and this and that. I joined YouTube back in 2006. I didn't start my channel until 2018 or so.
Wow.
But
so yeah, he wasn't making videos, but he started his channel the very same year that I started my channel, and I was making videos right away. My 20-year anniversary is coming up next February 10th. Write that down. And I'm doing a live chat this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Jeff, if you can join me, just email me and I'll send you the link for it.
For almost 20 years, I've been watching YouTube. And I remember back in the day, I was amazed at YouTube because you could watch old clips from old Ed Sullivan shows and things like that, things I could from the past and this and that. It never occurred to me to adhere or subscribe to any particular channel. I just watched the videos, But I noticed that there was this one channel I just kept watching over and over. I just found that I really enjoyed the channel and I watched it a lot. And the channel was called Canadian Studmuffin.
Like I said, you're not supposed to laugh when you say that because that's a serious name. I am Canadian Studmuffin.
Larry Graves. Way back. Almost 20 years. Almost. A long time ago. Started watching this guy's channel. I don't remember how I started or why. I don't remember if the first video I saw was in a recommendation or if I was searching for something like maybe I was searching for Rolling Stones out. I don't know what I was searching for, but
I bet he was typing in Studmuffin. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just joking.
I found him. But I remember right off the bat thinking this guy was funny. I enjoyed his humor. Plus his enthusiasm for the music he loved. When he would laugh and then he would cut the laugh off at the neck like that,
That's what he's talking about.
To this day, Larry, when I see that, when you do that, I've been watching you do that for a long time. But every time I see you do that, when you laugh and you cut it, I laugh out loud. It's so funny. I don't know what it is.
This is, maybe it's the wine, but it's kind of getting me, I don't know, sentimental or just emotional, thinking, when I started doing these YouTube videos years ago, I wasn't thinking I would impact so many lives with my humor and great personality. and it has not gone to my head much.
I like silly stuff like that. I do. And there's nobody more silly than Larry. And so I really like that. And here's another thing. The way he would come on and say, hi, fans of high quality entertainment. Well, that means
I think I started saying that because I knew deep down inside that it was not high quality entertainment. And, I was kind of also mocking how some YouTube channels think that they have fans, right? And I do look at it now. I'm a bit more, I do have fans, right? But years ago, I used to be kind of embarrassed if anybody said, "Oh, I'm a fan of your channel," or whatever. And so when I first was saying hi, fans of high quality entertainment, I was kind of, mocking myself, I guess.
made me laugh because for many, many, many years, ever since the internet pretty much, I would always sign every personal email as my name, and under my name would be Quality Individual. That was always my calling card. One of the reasons I did that is because for several years I was a stay-at-home dad with my daughter, and I did music and taught lessons and played at gigs and stuff. But during the day I'd stay home with her. And so when people would ask me what I would do for a living, I didn't know what to say. So I would say, well, I'm just a quality individual or something. So I always laughed about Larry using that quality entertainment thing. That I kind of fit with my idea of what's funny. See, there's another thing I get from Larry. He does that a lot. He'll say, he'll start laughing, and then he'll kind of go to a frown. I remember one video where I introduced him to my family.
Okay, I promise this is where I stopped it because I have no idea where this is going, and it might not be good, which is fine, right? Because not everybody is going to like, any YouTube channel, right? Somebody might even think I'm a little weird.
To my wife and daughter. He was doing it one of his food reviews. He used to always do this food, and he still does to some extent, but now he has restrictions on what he can eat. But back in the day, he would review some horrible stuff, some old horrible, TV dinner type things. We used to call them TV dinners, or frozen dinners.
Yeah, I did quite a few Hungry Man frozen dinners. Yeah, and some were okay, and some were not okay.
And I remember, he would be doing his face, and he's eating the food. His face just, and he lifted up some food, and it fell into the one aspect of the frozen dinner that he was actually looking forward to, which was the little dessert cup. They always had a little brownie or a little, some kind of.
Oh, Jeff, you're making me laugh.
Of peach cobbler, and I remember he was taking some crappy something he didn't like, and it fell down into the dessert, and just the look on his face. I called my family. I said, "Look at this guy. This guy cracks me up," and they thought I was crazy for watching these YouTube shows and YouTube channels. But when they saw him do that, they both cracked up. They said, "Oh, yeah, he's a funny guy." So now all I have to do in my household is say, "Hey, I was watching Larry the other day," and they know who I'm talking about. I used to have to say Canadian stuff. Now they know who Larry is. He still cracks me up. I've seen him go through some hard times. I've seen him go through some really difficult times. And he comes on and he talks about them, but he handles them so well. He's such an inspiration. This guy, he pretty much represents to me what the old YouTube was all about. Just some guy talking.
I'm just some guy talking. I'm nobody special. I'm not a superstar yet.
Talking to his viewers and just laughing.
I'm always talking down to my viewers. That's right. I mean, talking to my viewers.
Silly. Not taking things too seriously. YouTube, one of the reasons I kind of stopped watching YouTube for a while and stopped being a YouTuber for about a year, one of the reasons was I was getting pretty fed up with YouTube and the YouTube people. the way everything was always supposed to be. So it seemed like everybody thought they were Casey Kasem or something. Everybody seemed to take things too seriously, and
Yeah, I understand what Jeff is saying totally. There and there's also I love whatever I love, right? And Jeff loves. I love that Jeff loves some of the music I love. Lou Reed, Ween, I believe. But I get his channel confused with one other channel sometimes. But I think he is a Ween fan. But I understand what Jeff is saying about there's certain YouTube channels that, even some that I'm subscribed to, but none that any of you would know I'm subscribed to. And they just seem to think their word is the final word on anything, when it comes to music, right? If they don't like an artist or a song or an album or a movie or whatever, it's like that's it, right? Nobody else can have their own opinion. I'm starting to ramble. I think it's the wine.
and I don't know, it just wasn't quite the way it was. It wasn't just regular people talking as if they were talking to their friends. Well, Larry Grave has always been that way. He's always been that kind of guy who's always talking to his friends. That's what it feels like. And I really appreciate that about him. And I've been, even during the times when I stopped watching almost everything on YouTube, I always watched good old Larry. Always. Both of his channels.
Wow.
See, that's another thing he had to go through. He had to change his channel because of YouTube's ridiculous policies of copyright or what.
Yeah. And, just speaking about, friends on, well, not just YouTube, but Facebook and all that. I was going through a rough time. One of my 2 channels was demonetized, and for what I forget the whole story, but anyway, I lost some money for a good few months, but because of kindness of people on YouTube and Facebook, people were sending me money. I think I ended up with over $1,500, and I would never get that from family, I tell you. So I'm just saying there's a lot of good on the internet. I know the internet is not great, and it's not healthy for you to be on all the time, but there are good people on YouTube, Facebook, real people, and I consider a lot of them friends, even if I never ever meet them. So
Whatever the hell they're always crazy. Larry, I've had to go through some of that stuff myself. Not as bad as you, because I don't have as many viewers. But yeah, another thing. I've been on YouTube as a YouTuber for what?
when you say that to somebody, that's what you have to do. You have to go, I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, you have to shake your head a bit.
7 years now, and I don't get too many bad grammar, like he calls them, bad grammar, bad comments, offensive, ad hominem comments. I don't get too many, but I mean, I get about one a day. Okay, I guess that maybe somebody would think that's too many. I get about one a day, and I can only imagine how many Larry gets. But
Seriously, like I always say, most comments are positive. I like doing those few videos where I read negative comments because it's fun to respond to them. But I get maybe 1 or 2 per day, if that. Most people are pretty good.
when he comes on and makes fun of those bad comments he gets, that's good. That's good, because I tend to, what I do is I just delete the damn things.
Yeah.
I don't even bother with them. Sometimes I'll come. Actually, that's not always true. There have been times, and Larry, let me know if this has happened to you. There have been times when someone will post a really nasty comment criticizing me, my taste in music, and my opinions, or whatever. And I will decide, I'd say I'm in a good mood that day, I will decide to engage with them and kind of laugh with them, so to speak. Even if they weren't laughing, I'll pretend like they were, and I'll laugh with them. I'm like, oh man, you're right. I really, you know, and before you know it, there now that person and I are laughing together. We're having fun. I've actually had viewers become subscribers because of the way I responded to their initial nasty comment.
Wow.
Now that doesn't happen very often. Sometimes it does. Not always. Sometimes it does. But I've seen Larry handle these people in different ways, sometimes harshly, sometimes very lightheartedly, sometimes joking around. And that's an inspiration too, because if you've ever done something like this, you know that the nasty comments are going to come, and sometimes you have to handle them, and it's just the way it is. So,
Yeah, I also do that, Jeff, or anybody watching. Maybe some people get tired of me reading these negative comments, bad comments, or whatever, hate comments. But I'm also trying to show other, younger people or other, YouTube channels starting up that you're going to get this kind of, you know, maybe not as much as I have through the years, but you're going to get some negativity. And you have to know that, some people out there are just hiding behind their computer and they'll call you ugly or whatever. And I just love, and I do block people, I delete comments, but I also like to respond to certain comments, and usually in a humorous way. And that kind of lightens the mood. And I would say 99% of the time when I do that, they never come back. So,
you know, anyhow, I don't want to make this too long. I just want to say thank you, Larry. Thank you for being the Canadian Studmuffin. Thank you for your great channel. Thank you for keeping it real, keeping it just a regular channel, talking with people, friends and all, and not making it too fancy. Yeah, Larry's not fancy
I'm not fancy, no. uh, Jeff's funny.
at all. As a matter of fact, I don't think he has a whole lot of shame.
I don't know if is there somebody else there, or is he just looking at his dog?
Yeah, Larry's not fancy at all. As a matter of fact, I don't think he has a whole lot of shame. He doesn't have any pride. He pretty much, he's not embarrassed. He does he does things most people would be embarrassed to see on live TV here, but he does them anyway. Yeah, and that's what I really admire about you, Larry. You do any damn thing. You have no pride, and neither do I.
No.
All right. Love you, man. You're the first and you're the best. You still are. And looking forward to your next videos. And
Well, I don't know if you're looking forward to the next video, Jeff, because you're in it.
I had nothing else to say. Hell, I didn't have nothing to say to begin with. What did I even start this for? I don't even know why I'm here. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
That was, wow, that was so nice of you, Jeff. Thank you very much. All joking aside, let's be serious. No, it's nice. I get messages and comments, of course, and throughout the years. And like when I started YouTube, I wasn't thinking of impacting, no, seriously, impacting even one person's life. And I've realized, I'm going to cry now. No, I've realized through the years that anybody that has a YouTube channel like Jeff, and you're mainly positive about things, you're touching other people in some way. And like Jeff said, that's what YouTube started out to be, right? YouTube. And now it's all this, whatever it is, right? But I just keep plugging away, and Jeff keeps plugging away. And please subscribe to Calico. Is that how you say it? See, I mispronounce words. It's one of my problems. CalicoSilver. Is it Calico? CalicoSilver. Calico. No, I'm going to call it CalicoSilver. And yeah, please subscribe to him. Let's see what he's got here. Alice Cooper Band. Lou Reed. Boom, Dylan. Yeah, he's a big Bob Dylan fan. I'm pretty sure he's talked about Ween. But like I said, I could be making a mistake. Maybe it's not Ween. That's funny. Hey, Jeff, you should check out the band Ween. Yeah, so it's mainly like Bob Dylan. Actually, it's a bit too much Bob Dylan. Just joking. But yeah, check out Jeff's channel. Oh, he even plays guitar. That's another Phil McCracken. Wow, I did not know you were a talented or are a talented guitarist. So yeah, please check out his channel and subscribe. I'm done. Thanks for watching. Remember to leave a comment below. Check out Jeff's channel and subscribe. Leave him a message on a thank you to Larry Graves, even if you don't like my channel. Just say, yeah, I don't like Larry, but I do like your channel, Jeff, and I've subscribed to it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.